Hello, I'm TJ Owens. I live in southeast Ohio, about a half hour from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, surrounded by Wayne National Forest. I had my first Bigfoot experience when I was 14 years old, about 1979. Local pond one summer morning, out of school for the summer, uh, fishing, and it just got daylight, good daylight. I heard something coming through the woods. I thought, well, here comes a deer. I'll probably see a deer. And it didn't sound like a deer. It sounded like you or I walking through the woods, bipedal footsteps. And then I saw something coming down off the ridge, very dark, and I thought there is somebody in the woods. But it got closer and I realized it wasn't a person. It got and stopped at a pine tree just across the way from the pond, not 10 or 15 yards away, wide open, beside of a pine tree, and I'm sure about 12-inch diameter pine tree, covered in hair, flat face, leathery looking face. And it looked at me, it stared at me, I stared at it. In total, I was totally frozen for a minute to 2 minutes. And it turned and walked away, and it had hair 8 inches long hanging off its forearms as it walked away.
What color was that?
It was black. It was black. And at one time, and I've got the artist rendering of it, I had a friend, Larry Batson, was Larry the Animal Guy in Indiana. Larry did a witness sketch for me. Live was the first one he ever did on his live Facebook page. I was petrified, and I left. I had 4 brothers at the house. I didn't say a word. I knew they thought I had 4 idiot brothers that would have made fun of me. Didn't say a word. School started back up a month later that summer. Got on the bus. 3 friends of mine, I overheard the conversation of them. They saw the exact thing, and I got off the bus and gathered everybody together, and the description matched. They were about a mile and a half from where this location was. The description matched this 5.5, 6 foot tall, hair covered creature. I still didn't say a word to my family. A couple weeks later, my mom, in the kitchen with my mom one night, her best friend Loretta and her daughter Teresa was my age. They came in the door, busted in, bawling, crying, squalling, out of their mind crying. We thought somebody got hurt, something bad happened. Mom calmed her down. She said, "Mary, I don't know if we just saw Bigfoot or the devil himself." On the way to Mom's house, had a swooping turn. They had to slow down for a cornfield on the left, and their headlights hit 5.5, 6 foot tall, hair covered creature. It ran beside their car for 20, 30 yards and then darted into the cornfield. Well, all the brothers were down at that time. They heard the story, and I spilled my guts at that time. And they said, "Why didn't you tell me?" I said, "Well, you fools, you bunch of idiots, you would never let me live it down." That began my experience with Sasquatch people. I've had many experiences since. And then with my fiance now, very recently, we had another visual, dark, outside, early morning before daylight, crossed in front of a truck parked, completely stopped in the road just down from our cabin. And it walked in front of his truck, but it was big. This thing was black, 8 foot tall. Lisa said, "Look at the legs. The legs looked like they were this tall."
Just one question, if I may, before we wrap it up. Where was that?
That was a quarter of a mile from my cabin in Gallia County, Ohio, southeast Ohio. 35 minutes from Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your story.
You're very welcome. We'll talk soon.